Hello.
Hi, everyone. So this is Written in the Stars, what your zodiac sign says about your style. I'm Jamie. I'm one of the hosts.
And I am Ashley, also known as TrAshley. I am also one of the hosts.
All right. So we'll just hop into who we are, why we're talking about this stuff, because we got 12 signs to get through. So I'm Jamie Luna. I'm a Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Virgo rising. I've been wearing J-Fashion for 14 years, and I've been obsessed with astrology for 15 years. So I'm really glad it's finally popular. For a while, everybody thought it was weird, so it's very fun. Everybody's into it now. I'm the head of operations with Rosé Forêt, and I run a witchcraft group called Hellcat Academy. So that's on Facebook if you want to join.
My name is TrAshley. I am a saggy sun, which does not mean that I am a saggy person. That is also true. But I am a Sagittarius sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. I've been a faux-lita, not a real Lolita, for about 10 years. I've been awkward for all of my 24 years. And I mostly know about astrology through Jamie, which I've dealt with it for 15 years. So I do
Dealt with.
I have been voted #1 most likely to be recently diagnosed with something.
That's true.
So that is not a joke, unfortunately.
That part's true. And for anybody who doesn't know, Ashley and I are sisters, so
we are sisters, unfortunately.
It won't be coming in a lot. So, what is a zodiac? What are we talking about? And disclaimers, because people are mad. There are 12 signs. They each correspond to a constellation in the sky that was in the place of the sun at the time you were born. There's different planets that can be in those signs, but for today, we're just going to be talking about sun signs because that's a lot of work for all of those things. And then any roast made are just for meme purposes. We're not trying to bully or hate or anything. And if you hate astrology, this isn't the panel for you because that's what the whole panel's about. So let's get into the signs. Oh, yeah. And what is a J-Fashion? If you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're wearing it right now. Fun fact.
Oh.
But J-Fashion is Japanese street fashion. It consists of some of or all of these things and more. And it's fun. That's all you need to know. So let's get into Cancer traits. Ashley?
So the things that I know about Cancers are that they all have 6 legs, they all have claws, and they possibly, not confirmed, I think, they possibly ate Amelia Earhart. That's what I know about Cancer.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty straightforward to all the Cancers I've ever met. So I got it. Let's see what they're like when they do J-Fashion. So from my experience, they are willing to let you borrow things from their closet, but also want to have a say in how you coordinate it because of their overbearingness. Ash, you want to read the next one?
Yeah, somehow they manage to make the weirdest things work in coordinates. Just they'll pick something up, you'll be like, oh, that's not going to happen. And then they'll put it on and you're like, I stand corrected.
Exactly. We're adding Nicole right now.
We are.
They can't choose which colorway to get or which dress or which matching tights or where to get them from. They can't decide anything.
Little indecisive. They are very emotional at the first post-pandemic meetup, but really, who isn't going to be? Who isn't emotional at the first post-pandemic meetup?
That's so true. We're having our zone in Colorado. Woohoo! So finally, they just want to make their hair looks good again for the 5th time, just in case, just to make sure.
Again, and then they'll check again.
Oh, there's Cancers in this chat, and the Meredith says crab _rave.mv3. Yes, I also make Zodiac playlists, and Meredith specifically requested Crab Rave to be on the playlist, so it is in there. But so for any crab lovers in the chat, Crab Rave.
That should be the only song on the playlist. So the Scorpio traits that I know about is like Cancers, they have a hard exoskeleton.
Yeah.
They can and will murder you.
True.
And the only place where they live is Arizona.
That's it?
Yep. That's
Would you
the place they live.
What if isn't our mama Scorpio?
Yes. She lives in Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought she lived here, but okay.
Emotionally, she lives in Arizona. Physically,
oh, okay. So they just astral project to Arizona at all times.
No, they astral project out of Arizona.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Scorpios in J-Fashion. They've managed to stay in the fashion for 546,826 years. They're never leaving you. They're loyal.
They are also low-key known for their vague posting. They I won't elaborate actually because I won't post on Scorpios.
Exactly. You're embodying the spirit of vague posting.
Exactly.
They spend more time crafting than actually dressing up. They just love to make things, I swear.
They really do. They really do. They also get non-J-Fashion things to work with their outfits, probably because of their crafty minds, always crafting outfits and crafting different things, but they just make it work.
You'll just be like, wait, how did you get that? Ray feels called out, as you should, Ray. As you should.
Ray.
Some of these traits were inspired by real people. Loves coordinate contests because it's a chance to flex, because Scorpios know their worth.
That's true.
It's very true. They think they're hot, and they are, pretty much. They're like if like a fire sign was a water sign, is how I think of them.
That's hard for me to
Well, so Sagittarius is a fire sign.
I know.
So it's like fire but water. We'll go on to Pisces.
The things I know about Pisces is that they can only breathe water. They are all fish. Every one of them is a fish. And they are the second most disliked zodiac sign.
Which I personally find to be insulting because I love Pisces. So shout out to Pisces out there. You're one of my favorite signs. But they are intuitive, compassionate, and gentle. On the upsetting side, they can be fearful, naive, and pessimistic. So in J-Fashion, how does this translate? They love anything with a cute animal on it, whether it's a frog, most likely a frog, or a little deer, or pretty much any forest thing. You're just going to love it.
Also, they choose their outfits based on pure, just like gut feeling and impulse. They just like go for it in the moment, and it always works. It looks great because they just like put their full emotional being into it.
It's true. They don't want to try any new dramatic styles like High School Musical. They stick to the status quo. So
I will admit, I did write that part after watching hours of High School Musical songs on YouTube.
Hours?
Just like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
yes, they stick to the status quo.
Stick to the status quo. And they did not notice the creepy dude watching the meetup. They were too busy having fun at the meetup to be disturbed by the disturbing things happening.
Oh, yeah. They're very head in the clouds, enjoying life. Why focus on the bad when you can eat a strawberry at the picnic? And, they're always singing The Rainbow Connection by Kermit 24/7. But then again, who isn't?
I know I am.
This is a very musical slide, too.
It is. Maybe we unlocked the secret other trait in Pisces, which is that they're secretly musical.
Mika, I'm glad I called you out with the rainbow connection. Oh my god, Retro Game Chan, love it. Loved it. It's such a Pisces thing to me. So Ashley, what do you know about Geminis?
About Geminis, every single one of them is a twin, actually. Every single one of them. And if they're not a twin, they're either lying or they ate their twin in the womb. And
Classic.
Because they're twins, they're always with another person because, twins can never be separated. It's against the law. They're very caring people, and they very much have some really great traits about them that you are going to explain now.
Yes, so they are curious. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. So Geminis are known for being super talkative. Probably ate the twin. I'm glad that you've figured out what kind of Gemini you are. They're witty, flexible in more ways than one. They're happy to change for any reason, which often gets blamed as being inconsistent, which they also can be. Sometimes they're ruthless. They sometimes don't think before they speak, and then they get anxious about stuff too, because they don't think before they speak a lot of the time. So Gemini, classic person who refuses to commit to any one J-Fashion style. Refuses.
They also have the best suggestions for places to visit and like places to have meets and like all of those. They just know the poppin' spots.
It's true. They are always the first to bring up J-Fashion discourse. They want all the things. They want to know all the things. They want to discuss them. And they kind of like if the meetup gets riled up because of it.
They also, speaking of discourse, they may read you for filth, probably on accident. It's kind of a mystery around it, but it's probably an accident. 50-50 chance. 37.
They are the sign of duality. 50-50.
That's true. You got me there.
Yes, accident. Yes, exactly. And they can and will overthink their outfit 100%. Always. Stop telling my secrets. I'm sorry. We just have to. It's all coming out today. Meredith says I will hold a Gemini's earrings if they want to fight someone at the meet. Which same. I'll be Gemini's hype woman.
Otherwise you'll be the person they're fighting.
Exactly. So we're moving on to Libra.
So Libras, from what I understand, they're all pretty. Hi, Elizabeth. They're good at weighing things, typically made out of metal, and very even-tempered.
It's true. That's why they're known as kind of like the harmonious zodiac sign. They're cooperative, social, they're diplomatic. They're known for trying to be the people pleasers of the group. But they also, because they are constantly balancing things, they're indecisive. They can be shallow. They're of the planet Venus, which same, so I get it a little bit. And they are, too, another group of zodiac signs that overthink everything. So I feel like a Libra is least likely to plan a meetup because that's just way too many decisions. And they don't want to be in charge of messing anything up.
They also went to all the virtual meets because they missed the real meets so bad. So they were like, I'm going to be there for every single moment that I can because I just miss it so much. Which again, who isn't?
Same. They are the most likely to help their friends look for items on their want to buy lists. They're like, I'm going to help you find this. And they love window shopping. So it's just honestly perfect for them.
And they take approximately 68 selfies and post none of them. They don't like any of them. They may save them forever, but they will never post any of them.
Exactly. And Libras of Venus, again, they are never involved in any drama, but they want to know every detail. They will be keeping up with it. And they probably are a good source of tea if you want to know. As a Libra rising, it takes 5 to 10 business days to make a decision, as what Meredith said. Cannot shop for myself, will shop endlessly for others. I feel that because it's easier to make a decision for someone else than yourself. I love Libras, but they will never take sides on anything. No, they will not. That is the truth.
They still want to know, though.
It's true. It's true. They'll know everything. Aquarius traits. Ash.
So Aquariuses, Aquarii, I don't know. They are all 30% human, 70% water. They're all good swimmers, and they all, at one point in their lives, have accidentally let the bathtub overflow.
Yeah. 100%. Fun fact, Ash, did you know Aquarius isn't a water sign? It's an air sign.
I did know that. That's
Ooh.
why I did say they only breathe water, like Pisces.
That's true. You're so right. Yes, so Aquarians, often misunderstood of the zodiac because they are very independent. They're original. They're very progressive, but sometimes they come off as a little aloof, uncompromising, or abrupt. Aren't we all 70% water is what Ray says?
That's the joke.
Yeah. Aquarians are water soluble is what Meredith said. Makes sense.
There might be a song about them, but I haven't been able to find it because every time I ask somebody about it, they just tell me like the age that it was made in, but they never tell me the name of the song. I don't know. They're just like, oh, it's the age of Aquarius. And I'm like, I know when it's made, but just like, what's the name of it? Anyway.
Oh, Ash. Oh. Well, so Aquarians have probably an extensive knowledge of brands no one remembers. They're the ones remembering that brand that formed in 2001 that nobody's ever heard of.
They also can low-key, high-key, low-key predict the next trends. They're somehow just like, know what's going to happen.
They do. They're always on top of it. But they also are most likely to disappear from the meet. Don't worry, but they'll turn up eventually. Sometimes. You're going to be searching for them. This is why the buddy system is so important sometimes at meetups.
For Aquarii.
I say Aquarians.
Aquarians. That one's good. I'll do that one.
I like Aquarii though.
I do too. But they also combine aesthetics and it just works. It just somehow works out. They'll be like, I'm going to go cottagecore goth, and you're like, what? And then it just goes for it, and it just is magically there. And it's like beauty.
They also are never going to let anyone forget the punk origins of J-Fashion.
And they shouldn't let anyone forget him.
It's true. They are like little revolutionaries, just naturally born. And so anything that's against the status quo, unlike Pisces, they will love. They're a fan of it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So next is my zodiac sign. So what amazing, sweet things are you going to say about me, Ash?
So 50% of all Tauruses are my sister. The other 50% are my girlfriend. So that's 100% of all Tauruses. They have great hair because they are bulls, so they have to hide their horns. So they have great hair to hide their horns with. They all have septum piercings, i.e., look at my sister. Look at my sister. Both have septum piercings. And they like the color red.
No, we don't. The color red gets us angry.
Yeah, you like being angry.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's very big Taurus stereotype, personally. We'll start with the bad stuff about Taurans. They are known to be stubborn, uncompromising, and lazy, very set in their ways, big earth sign energy. But on the other hand, they also are known to be reliable, practical, and responsible, which is me to a T. And I try not to just base these off of myself, but they're largely based off me and my best friend, who's Ashley's girlfriend. So never uses brand bags because they don't have room for snacks in a water bottle, but will make their partner hold their giant bag for picture time. Can confirm.
Me. I'm the partner.
Partner or sister.
Partner or sister.
She's a coat rack.
I am. I'm a walking coat rack. They kept putting things on me to hold, and then they just kind of merged into an outfit, and that's how I became a Faux-lita.
But it's true. Try to find one Taurus in your comm who does not have a snack with them or a water bottle.
That's true. And they also always come to the meets they RSVP for. If they RSVP, they're going to be there.
It's true. It's true. We also have a strong bias toward comfy or casual styles. Any way to make Lolita or J-Fashion any more comfortable or wearable, we're going to jump on it immediately.
And so if one of the other signs is never looking or never notices the creepy man off in the corner watching the meetup, the Tauruses do, and they fucking notice him. And they are the protectors of the meetup, and they will make sure that he feels uncomfortable and he leaves, because they will make sure that their comm is safe.
It's true. Or you'll catch them taking pictures of the strangers taking pictures of you to get back at them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We protect, we attack, and we also snack.
That is so true.
It's true.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And then finally, we can't be bothered to learn print names. This one's very Lolita specific, but I feel like it's true. It's just too much effort. We know the ones we have, but anything outside of that is going to be shaky territory. All right. I carry self-defense kit for a reason. How do y'all remember all the names? I know, it's so hard. I'm always amazed when people are like, oh, this print that came out this time. I'm like, I don't get it. Next, we move on to Virgo.
So Virgos, every single one of them is a woman. It's not a gender thing. It's a zodiac thing. And yes, that does include my dad. And they also know how to draw cool M's. Have you ever seen the Virgo sign? It's like a swoopy M. It's really cool. It's a cool M. It reminds me of those S's you used to draw in elementary school, and then everyone was like, that's a Satan thing. But I don't think that was.
It wasn't. Is that all you know about Virgos?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Solid list. They're also known for being pragmatic, kind, and analytical. So they're kind of like the organizers of the zodiac. They're really thoughtful, but they also are very in their heads. They're also ruled by Mercury, the same planet that rules Gemini. So they tend to be really critical, anxious, and serious.
I'm going to pause you right there really quick. Just outing myself here. I don't know what pragmatic means.
Pragmatic is like, you're putting me on the spot, dude.
Sorry.
Pragmatic is like basically when you're like on top of things, dealing with things sensibly and realistically. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I'm like, I know what it means, but I can't explain it.
I'm teaching my students.
So Virgos in J-Fashion get stressed when everyone's late to the meetup. I personally identify with this sign a lot as a Virgo rising. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be stressed out when everybody's late to the meetup at the Colorado community.
Also, telling them to calm down or relax is futile and may, or definitely will, result in some kind of violence.
It's true. It's true. And they are also most likely to have a spreadsheet documenting their closet. How many Virgos out there have that? I don't, because I'm a lazy Taurus too, so.
They do always have an opinion when anyone asks for concrete.
Always.
You said concrete.
They also seem scary, but they'll always save you a spot.
Because they have kind hearts.
Schedule an hour earlier. We'll get there on time. Everybody's yelling at me for saying y'all are late all the time. I'm sorry. I know everyone's late. I know. You do have a spreadsheet, Salamar 393. I love it. I am always early, and Def have a wardrobe document, chamomile for cat. I love that. I'm glad I'm hitting the head on the nose. Hitting the head on the nail. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been sick for like 4 days, so I'm a little out of it. So let's move on to Capricorn. We're getting through this super quick.
We are.
So Capricorn traits, they're grounded, disciplined, and ambitious. But they can also be condescending, pessimistic, and selfish. Does that fall in line with what you have, Ash?
Well, what I have here is that Capricorns, because they have horns, they also have really good hair to hide their horns. They will sometimes eat your clothes, never their own. They like farms, specifically by the sea, and Capricorns don't exist.
That's true. Ashley's never met one, even though Nari's up in this chat.
Who's a Nari? I never met her.
Oh, the shade!
Nari! I love Nari. Anyway.
This isn't the last. We haven't touched any of the fire signs yet, so just you wait. So Capricorn and J-Fashion, they probably work an interesting or really demanding job to fund their love of J-Fashion.
Mm-hmm. But they never miss a detail when it comes to anything.
It's true. The nails, the hair, everything.
The hair hitting their horns.
Yes.
Everything.
Most Capricorns I know have a very dedicated commitment to a single color or color scheme. So I know at least one Capricorn out there is feeling added right now.
Could be. Capricorns also have several random facts ready to use for any lull in conversation, just ready to go in their little pocket, like holding on to it, just about to burst. Just full of information and facts.
Nari said, I'm like a Power Ranger. It's true. The one color.
Sorry, I love that.
And Capricorn is, it rules the 10th house, which is about career and reputation. And so they like styles with structure that make them feel good and that are like easy to follow so that they always look their best.
Mm-hmm.
You made this just for Nari. You know, it's funny because I actually have some Capricorn friends who this is all very much them. And I used to think I didn't know very much about Capricorns because they tend to be private. But when I was doing this, I was like, wow, most Capricorns I know are people with Capricorn like placements do have a commitment to a single color scheme. It's kind of funny. And a lot of them are very detailed about their job and stuff. So it wasn't just made for Nari, but it was very inspired by Nari for sure. Our next one is Aries, finally onto the fire signs. Ash, do you know anything about Aries?
I do, because my sun sign is Sagittarius, but my other signs, the other two we talked about, that I forget, moon sign and something else, they're Aries, so I have a little bit of Aries in me. So they also have horns. They're not that good at hiding them. They're not that great at it. Well, they're pretty good at hair. They're just not good at hiding their horns. They like the mountains, and they are like remote areas, but they're still in packs. And I found out this the other day. They have a gestation period of 152 days, according to Google.
What source did you use for some of these facts, Ash?
It just said Google, dude.
That's not okay. Whatever. Moving on. So Aries traits are confident, passionate, enthusiastic. JG Jenna said true life. I just hit for 152 days. So I guess I stand corrected on your source material, Ash. I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize.
That's what I thought.
I stand corrected. See, Taurans aren't so stubborn. So they're confident, passionate, enthusiastic. They're like the like oldest sibling of the Zodiac. They're the ones who come first. So they're like really go-getters. But in the same vein, they can be impatient for sure, moody and aggressive. They're definitely going to plow you over to get what they want. Which reflects in my meme. They're not overly concerned with being gawked at because they're usually pretty confident.
They also love a good themed outfit. If it has like a solid theme to it, they're there for it.
Yes, and like I said, they might plow you down. They're a force to be reckoned with during a bloodbath, and I think that that's truly their greatest trait. You know, I feel like it's always the Aries who probably get the things. They're ready for it.
And they also hate ordering from Taobao resellers because it means they have to wait, and they are not down for waiting because waiting is hard.
Who wants to wait for like 2 months?
I don't. That's me. That one's adding me a little bit as the Aries and stuff.
Yeah. And they are also such kind hearts. They're usually the first to introduce themselves to a newcomer because they've got that go-getter attitude. Waiting is hard.
It is.
I just want to get everything right now. So I relate. I'm an Aries Venus. So I definitely understand that, especially in terms of clothing. So let's hop over to Leo.
Leos, they don't have horns to hide, but they do have amazing hair anyway. And the females do most of the hunting. They're not endangered, but they are considered a vulnerable species.
A vulnerable species.
Yes.
Same, honestly. So Leos are known to be really generous. They're confident and they're creative. They're ruled by the sun. So a lot of the traits that are associated with like the sun in general, Leos also have. But they tend to be arrogant, stubborn, and inflexible. They want things their way. They're like the proud lion leader of the pack, really. So in J-Fashion, Leos seem to be the ones who always take OTT too far somehow. They manage to do that.
They're also voted most likely to say, I don't care if the trend is over, I'm still wearing it.
They don't care about your time constraints. They're still into the peignoir phase, for anybody who remembers that. They also love the creative challenge of putting together a new fresh outfit. It like just brings them so much joy. It's one of their favorite parts of J-Fashion, I'm assuming.
And the thing that I am most envious about them is that they can pull off anything. They can pull off a trash bag, which is what I'm still aiming to get to. That is my ultimate end goal. When I can do that, I can die happy, and they have achieved it already.
That's a good goal to aspire to, though, honestly, as a TrAshley.
As a TrAshley. Also a vulnerable species.
And then Leo's most likely to try new sub-styles. They like to keep it fresh.
Keep it new.
Strawberry jam donuts. I wonder if you have do you have the rest of your birth chart, and you probably have strong placements in other signs, because that's probably why you don't identify with Leo very much. I wonder if you have Capricorn or Scorpio in your chart. I'm really interested in how that works.
And then we have saved the best one for last.
Arguably.
Not arguably.
No, it's arguably, because it's Sagittarius. Y'all love to argue.
Shut up. So this is the best sign, easily. It is like the chaotic younger sibling of the Zodiac. They are 50% human, 50% horse, 100% awesome. They bring a new understanding to the word horse girl.
It's true.
They naturally know archery. They don't know how to do it, but they naturally know of it. And they also don't exist.
So you're not here right now?
I am not there right now. That is true.
Oh my God. I can't with you. So,
sorry,
I went. Whoops. I went back too far. Okay. So Sagittarians tend to be really generous. They love giving people. They're very funny. If you can't tell already, one of my favorite things I love about Sagittarius is their sense of humor. They tend to be idealistic. They want the best out of the world. And because of that, they can be very argumentative. impatient, and they're indiscreet. They'll just say it how it is, and sometimes it's good, but not always. Just like Gemini. Gemini and Sagittarius have a lot in common, in my opinion. It's like just the chaotic energy.
The fun.
It's chaotic though, still. It's fun, but chaotic.
We're saying the same thing.
Oh my God. All right. So Sagittarius and J-Fashion, they can't stop cracking jokes. Help. Sometimes you need to escape the pun of a Sagittarius, and it's all consuming, honestly.
True. They also don't really care about fashion rules. They're just here for fun. As you can tell by the fact that I myself am a faux-lita. I'm not even a real Lolita, because I'm like, I will not listen to the rules. You cannot make me.
That's true. Breaking all of them. Sagittarius is probably the most likely one to say they like replicas just to see the sheer chaos that follows.
I may have done this before. I cannot remember.
I don't think you ever did.
I would do that though, in a heartbeat.
They just want to see the world burn sometimes, but not in a bad way, in like a somewhat understanding way.
Yeah, that's true. And also they might, and by might I mean definitely will, knock something over at the meet. I have knocked something over at pretty much every meet I've ever been to. Even like the outdoor ones where there's nothing really to knock over, I manage it.
Yes, it's true. They're clumsy. They're like the younger siblings of the Zodiac. And, their impatientness is part of their clumsiness. And that's why they always choose the fastest shipping option.
I will pay more to wait less.
Pay more to wait less. Sagittarius chaos. That's the vibe.
That's the vibe.
Meredith said, Ashley, you would though, but I don't know what that was at.
It was Alice. It's true. I would.
It's true. Alice Thomas said, when I first went to Baby the Store Shine Bright, my mom said she liked my Milano AP better than the other dresses there. So I agree. Alice Thomas' mom is a Sag, I think. I think she said it because she didn't want me to buy anything. I was 14 at the time. That's a funny story. I love it. The posting about replicas just to watch. Yeah, for sure. And that was pretty much everything. So we have time for questions, or we can talk more about astrology. Ash, you have any conclusions?
My conclusion is that astrology is fun. It's, you don't need to be too upset if not every single thing doesn't align with you, like me and Sagittarius, because we're just married in our hearts. But it's just for funsies. It's just a fun thing, and I like thinking about it.
Yes, Nari, the ascendant is the same as the rising sign.
That's a good question.
How about that Mercury retrograde? Oh yeah. So if you didn't know, I think we just started Mercury retrograde yesterday, which means that from the position on Earth, it looks like Mercury is going backwards in its orbit, but it's really just based on where we are. And it's said to cause a lot of chaos, especially with like things that Mercury is related to, like communication, technology, like menial daily tasks, stuff like that. So if you find things are going crazy right now, they're chaotic, Mercury's in Gatorade. Exactly.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
It was so the deco in the chat, not me. Gotta give credit.
I know.
Which signs are the best pairs in Lolita? Ooh, that's like such a complicated question. Because I personally feel like the way people get along is based more on their Mars placements and their Venus placements. Because I feel like those are the placements that kind of relate to how you get along with people. So those are the ones I look at. Which signs are the best pairs in Lolita? Match signs with their corresponding brands. Go. Ooh. Okay, so Ash, do you know any brands?
I know. I dropped everything. I know some brands. I feel like I want to say Sagittarius is Alice in the Pirates only because I like Alice in the Pirates a whole lot.
I think that actually works because, you know, they really sometimes don't give us what we exactly want. And does the Mars and Venus change with time of day? No, they don't. The ones that are most impacted by, they do a little, all of them will a little, but the ones that are most impacted by it are the moon sign and the rising sign. But I feel like AP would be Leo.
I would agree with that.
Because they're the ones who are like really trying to get themselves out there. They have like that name recognition, which is it seems like a Leo thing to me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I just had this sudden gut impulse to say this, which you know is always a safe thing to say in a public setting. But I feel like Baby the Star Shine Bright might be Gemini.
I could see that. Because they also have Alice and the Pirates too, so they kind of do have a twin.
Yeah.
And if I love this, because then if ATP is Sagittarius and then the Gemini pairing, which I like, I would assign Baby the Star Shine Bright to Cancer because their dresses are cozy and good for wearing at home. That's a good point too, though.
That's true. But then that means that they got a little bit of a Taurus flair to it as well. That's
true. What brand would be? I don't think, are there enough? Well, I mean, technically there probably would be enough brands. I think Gemini should be Meta because chaos. Yeah, I could see that too. Scorpio is Julietta Justine. I think that's actually perfect. I love that. It's such a Scorpio thing. I feel like Capricorn might be Victorian Maiden.
I'm sorry. I'm going to get up for a moment. I think it might be hailing outside, and I just want to check.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Give me a second.
I will welcome Taurus into the Starshine Bright domain. Taurus is Moitié. I really am pleased by that. I'm about it. I could see Moitié being also like Libra too. But JG Jenna said, I hope some quality memes come out of this panel because I need more J-Fashion astrology memes. I agree. I think that would be really cool. I love astrology memes. I love astrology. I also make playlists that are Zodiac based. So if you want to follow me, I'm Jamie Luna on Spotify if you want to find them. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of them. I'm doing them slowly, but I like Mary Magdalene as Virgo. I like that. I think that's very fitting. It also like kind of has the same like characteristics almost of being like meticulous and thoughtful. Gemini playlist when? I'm doing it in a specific order, so I can't remember, but it's probably one of the last ones. I think Sagittarius is the last one, unfortunately.
Because she hates me.
I don't hate you.
On purpose.
Surely we'll have another star-themed Ursa next year. Hopefully I can offer tarot readings for y'all. That would be cool. We did tarot readings for Rosé Foret's Mystical Tea Garden event, but I found it to be really, really hard for me because I'm not as good at tarot. I'm definitely much more astrology based. It's more my wheelhouse.
Good at tarot yet.
Gemini is body line for legal reasons. This is a joke.
Oh.
I love that.
Oh, man.
Soda Deco. I love it, and you should say it. Get that Hanuli tarot card deck. Oh, yeah, I saw that. It's really beautiful. One of the Lolita brands, Ash, released a tarot card deck.
That is the most Jamie thing I've ever heard.
I know, right? Oh, yeah, the Gemini is bodyline thing is funny. I'm trying to think of other brands. Like, suddenly when I'm put on the spot, I can't remember a single brand.
You turn into a Faux-lita.
I do when I'm put on the spot. And I also am still trying to think about who would be Innocent World. Ooh, I feel like that's a good one for Cancer, too. I feel like Innocent World would be good for Cancer. I don't, or it could be Taurus too. I don't like it personally. My I love my True Black deck. My favorite tarot card deck is the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's a watercolor painting one, and it's beautiful. I feel like Virgo or Libra for Innocent World or Cancer. Yeah, I could see that too. I'm going to have to make some memes now. You all have inspired me to make some Zodiac memes. So maybe Ash can help me out too.
We'll see.
Because she's funny. She's hilarious.
Never met her.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking Yokai Yochi deck. Oh, I've never seen that one before. I should look it up. Ooh, Virgo or Capricorn for Innocent World. That's a good one too. Do y'all have any more questions?
Questions, concerns,
thoughts?
THOT thoughts.
Exactly. I figured that was already.
That was implied.
Yeah. I think you mentioned Pisces was the second most hated sign. So what's the first? Did you look that up, Ash?
I did.
Oh, who is it?
Yep.
I feel like it must be Sagittarius then.
It's not Sagittarius. It's up to your own discretion. I feel like I feel like what that came from is that I thought it'd be funny to say what the second one was, but never the first one.
I love that. Meredith said, I can see that 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually some really cool, like, commentary on like astrology. The first most hated sign really is up to your own discretion.
It just depends on who you are. For me, my most hated sign is Taurus. I'm just kidding.
Great.
It was a joke.
That's so rude.
I call it Tauruses. I have like
Nicole says, I low-key hate fire signs, but I'm double water and then earth. I really struggle with water signs. I'm earth. I have earth and fire heavy. And then I have like 2 air. I barely have any water. So I think that's why I really struggle with water signs.
I think I struggle
Not always.
With air signs. I think air signs and I don't always vibe. Remind me what the air signs are.
Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of air signs in my life.
Yeah, I attract pretty much everyone, but the ones that I like really get along with are like, I always get along with people with earth placements. I love earth signs. I love Taurans. I love Virgos. I love Capricorns. I feel very at home with earth signs. Fire signs too, I tend to get along with more than like the average Taurus. I remember reading like little compatibility stuff when I was younger, and it would say like Sagittarius and Taurus never get along, and I was like, me and Ash get along pretty well.
We do.
And then it wasn't. I have my Leo is in Mars, which is pretty like when a fire element like planet is in a fire sign, it's like a little more pronounced. And so my Mars is in Leo, which I feel like is really pronounced for me as a person. I think that's why I understand your fire energy. Ray said she Googled it, but it gives her different answers. I'm a Scorpio and I don't get along with other Scorpios. You know, I've found a lot of Scorpios to say that. I think it also depends on the sign. My mom is a Scorpio and she really does not get along well with Scorpios. She is like acquaintances with them.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of Sagittarius friends.
I definitely think like it depends on the type of person you are. Like maybe if you're like so chaotic of a person as a Sagittarius, you want to be people who are more like grounded, like a Taurus.
The only Sagittarius people in my life I can think of like really don't have a whole lot of Sagittarius traits.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of my friends are fellow water signs or air signs, but I also know a bunch of Leos, says Meredith. That's interesting. I think that there's like a lot of people tend to gravitate toward a particular sign too. Like you having a ton of Leos in particular. I also know a ton of Leos, and I get along really well with Leos, probably because of that Leo Mars. Do you have any Leo placements, Meredith? I can't remember. I feel like sometimes it's easy to get along with people, like if their sun sign is like one of your placements in your chart. You actually don't. That's interesting. Maybe it's that you need that energy. Like you're lacking it, which is the strangest thing to me. There's also a fight going down in the chat. Classic astrology things.
Mm-hmm.
Ash, do you have a least favorite sign?
No, I really don't.
That's good. That's
I really
good.
like all of them. I can think of people from like almost every sign that I like and that I dislike.
Yeah. I really I struggle sometimes with Cancers, but not always. I think it's just because they have like protect attack energy, and so do I. And so sometimes it's like too much. One time I was on the train in November and this lady screamed, "It's Scorpio season, bitch," on her phone and strut off. I've never felt more seen. I love that.
That's an icon.
That's such a Scorpio thing. Wow.
Wherever she is, I hope she's having a great day.
Seriously. I'm super attracted to Sag, but they're also heartbreakers. Yeah, that's something I've heard about Sagittarius is. Ash. I could see it. Oh, whatever. Meredith said, yeah, I feel like Leos can balance me out with their assertiveness. We bond because we're both creative, but Leo helps me bring ideas to life. I think that's such a good point, especially like in terms of just astrology as a whole, because a lot of times like the traits that you have, like that also are reflected in other signs, I feel like are ways you could really bond. Nicole says, I like Capricorns. I think that's probably because you're a Cap rising. I love Virgos because I am Virgo rising. I feel like that's a really good indicator. If your rising sign is somebody's sun sign, I feel like that's a good indicator you will get along. She was the main character. She was the main character. I love that. It's Scorpio season. My partner is a Leo and I'm a Cancer, and that's a good description of us. That's so interesting. I love stuff like that. I feel like that's how mom and dad are, Ash. My parents are Virgo and Scorpio. And in a lot of like astrology meme places, I see a lot of people saying Virgos and Scorpios tend to get along really well.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio. My girlfriend is a Sag, and I don't know how it works, but it does. I feel like that must be like, you guys are on 100% at all times. Or at least that's how it was living with my mom and sister. Yeah. Scorpio and Sag. They're like,
we're always 100%. We're just like off each other.
Yeah, it sometimes has the dynamic of me being the parent and my sister and mom being the siblings.
It's my mom and I are SpongeBob and Patrick and James Squidward.
That's exactly how it is.
That's exactly how it is. That is the exact dynamic of it.
That's exactly how it is. I'm so Squidward with my art, my clarinet. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For you, it's a flute.
Thankfully, my Virgo dad like is a little bit more on my level, so he gets it. And we're just like, we understand.
Family dinners sometimes would just be like mom and I just like cracking up over nothing, and Jamie and my dad just sitting there like, can we just finish eating?
Literally, my mom and sister hype each other up so much. It's like crazy. I'm like there's just like this like creative thing that happens with Scorpio and Sagittarius. They just like go.
Yeah.
It's that end of the year energy. Nicole agrees that I'm Squidward.
Squidward has Taurus energy.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
He's a Tauran icon.
Thank you for the representation, Squidward. Meredith said, I feel like you guys probably have strong communication skills, though maybe some air sign placements. Jamie, please correct me if I'm wrong because I'm a newbie. Yeah, I mean, I feel like That could be true. If you have strong communication skills, there may be some air sign placements. This is very true. Oh, you are on top of it, Meredith. Look at that, at least for us. Yeah, I definitely feel like Scorpios and Sagittarians are very direct. That's how both of them are. They like to just say it how it is, and some people don't like that. Some people get really offended by that, but Scorpio and Sag understands. Like, there's no beef here. It's just this is how the world is, at least to them. I am not a good communicator, but I'm also confident enough to fake it. Oh, I love that. Fake it till you make it.
True.
It's hard to get good at communicating in general. My mom kind of forced us to.
She did. She's a social worker, so.
She was like, you're going to tell us how you feel. You're going to say things. We're going to talk as a family. We're sitting down. We're having family dinner. We're talking, which is such a Scorpio thing too. We're very blunt, but it works because we squash issues immediately. That's exactly how it is for me and my partner too. He's a Taurus, but he has a lot of Gemini placements, which I really like. Because I feel like sometimes fire and air placements balance each other out, and a lot of my planets are fire and his are air, but we still have that Taurus in common. So I feel like because we're both really blunt and direct about what we're feeling, things work out easily. Rhinal says, I'm a Libra and I have almost exclusively dated other air signs. My fiance is an Aquarius. Air signs congregate, I guess. That's cool. I feel like air signs, you probably understand each other.
You know what's funny? That's big Sagittarius energy that I just realized. You're like drinking out of like your fancy cup and stuff. And I was like trying to be subtle, but I'm drinking out of a Kool-Aid.
I love that. That's such a Sagittarius thing. Yeah, and such a Taurus like cutesy thing.
Exactly. So
thank you, Sada Deco. It was so fun. Thank you for coming. Meredith's only dated other water signs. My condolences. I'm just kidding. I'm just a water sign hater because you all make me into like hot mud.
Hot mud. Ooh.
Hot mud.
Hot mud. I want that on my grave.
Ashley always says she wants things on her grave.
I think it's funny.
Thank you for a fun morning. Thank you, No More, for watching. It was fun. I felt a little awkward at first. You make me mushy. It's true. Aww, Nicole said we make you mushy. Hot mud. OMG, Meredith. I used to date an Aquarius who was an astrophysicist, which is the most Aquarius thing ever. That is such an Aquarius thing. Astrophysicist, like Aquarius, head in the stars. Oh my gosh. That's such an Aquarius thing. Every Aquarius I've met is like also like ridiculously smart. They spend their time just like looking things up and just are fascinated by everything, just absorbing information. Soft. Aquarians love to learn. That they do. We got a couple more minutes left if anybody wants to ask any questions or tell a funny story. I'm an Aquarius and I like quantum mechanics. Oh yeah, Chantel. Such an Aquarius. My fiance is so smart. He can learn stuff so fast it freaks me out. The smartest person I ever met was an Aquarius. He got a 34 on the ACT. Didn't even study. Ash, you remember him?
Who?
The Aquarius who got a 34 on the ACT.
Oh, yes, I do remember.
Oh, thank you. Meredith says, this was so much fun. Thank you, Jamie and TrAshley. And then a heart. Y'all killed it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so we'll probably head out of here now because Ashley's got to go to work.
I do. I have to go to work. Gonna start serving.
Thank you. Peak Sagittarius energy.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a good rest of your panels and have fun at Ursa Major.
Bye.